Which celebrity was the most upset or by being punked? Ashton, I imagine when it was first starting, there probably been like, what gives? And then obviously when the phrase even got out there that people, pulling pranks in just everyday life, the word punking somebody to this day still even exists. Before you reached that, I imagine, or even when you did reach that sort of status, which celebrity got the most upset with you?
I mean, I think the celebrity that's most upset is me because I don't own this show.
You've been punked.
But I wasn't wise enough back then to know that I should own it. But I think, the people that took it, that had the hardest time with it were comedians.
Huh.
Which is interesting. You'd think that they would love it. But comedians like to be in control of the joke. They don't want the joke to be on them unless they're making the joke about themselves. And so oftentimes we would do a punk on a comedian and they would get really, they just wouldn't be happy about it. And then there were a couple instances where I think ARod was in the middle of like a trade deal and he was talking about it with friends and that was on camera and he's like, nah, you got to burn the tapes. And then there was one where somebody pulled out a gun.
Whoa.
Huh?
No, I'm just listening. I'm like, whoa, somebody pulled out a gun, huh?
Yeah, somebody pulled out a firearm in the middle of it and it got a little heated. But, at the end, everybody was cool with it. I don't think anybody holds a grudge on it. I think it's just in that moment, people would get pretty upset. Like Zach Braff, beat up a kid. People got upset.
He beat up a kid. He literally beat somebody up because he was punked?
Was a kid. There was we had a kid that he wasn't a kid, but he looked like he was a kid.
Yeah.
And he was spray painting his Porsche in a parking lot. And he just started he started getting physical with him. And we had to go calm that down.
Yeah, you got to tap that one out because so at some point a line gets crossed. And so you're saying, Ashton Kutcher, that ARod was caught on tape talking about inside baseball stuff, literally, and thus when the punking was revealed, he's like, yeah, you're not airing that. Did anything air from him? Or did
we literally we pulled the film and destroyed it in front of him, because that was the thing about the show, which is unlike a lot of the other shows that are out there, every single person who was ever on Punked signed a release that said it's okay to air this, right? We didn't air anything of anyone without their permission. And it seems that line has been crossed nowadays. But back then, that was the deal, and we honored that. If we got to the end of it and someone was like, "No, not cool. We're not airing. You can't air it," we didn't. And in that case, he made us destroy the tapes.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.